welcome to the 77th Annual Aloha Festival's Floral Parade. My name is Kamaka Pili, and I'm so honored and stoked to return once again with the one and only parade chair, Makana McClellan. Thank you very much for being here.
Mahalo Kamaka. I'm very excited to hanaho again.
She's looking gorgeous today with her. Who are you wearing?
I'm wearing the Ke'u Awai.
And we have some manuheli'i going on, and the colors are complementary.
We are.
It's going to be a lot of colors today, a lot of activity, a lot of friends and family from across Hawaii. You know, we have pa'u units, we have marching bands, but we also have hula. So to kick off our broadcast, it's my honor to introduce the cast of Nalei Aloha, presented by Kilohana by Hawaiian Council.
Aloha. Mahalo all for joining us for the 77th Annual Aloha Florals Festivals Day Parade. I'm here with the cast of Na Le Aloha, a Waikiki Luau at the Hyatt Regency Beach Waikiki Resort and Spa, presented to you by Kilohana and the Hawaiian Council. Vilina mai kako I ko mako one hanau. We welcome you to the sands of our birth, the beautiful island of Oahu, here in Waikiki.
What a gorgeous way to kick off our broadcast. Not to worry, Nalei Aloha and their cast will be joining us throughout this morning. We are in store for amazing floats and activities. But you know, there are very significant places along Kalakaua Avenue, and we're so honored to be positioned in front of Alohilani Hotel and Resort once again. And we're here with the marketing director, Brad Baer. Thank you very much for joining us.
Yeah, no, thank you. Thank you for being here. And aloha. Wonderful to be here. What a great day. What an awesome experience out here.
The crowd has growing. We're feeling just the essence of Aloha out here. And, you know, we're very fortunate for us to be partnering with you guys once again. But for Highgate Hawaii and Alohilani Hotel and Resort, what is the significance for you guys to be the presenting sponsor once again?
Yeah, what it makes Hawaii so unique is its cultural heritage and the traditions, the people, the dance, the music, and the art of hospitality, really. And Aloha Festivals brings all of that together. We're truly honored to be part of this organization and this event. It's really one of the best cultural experiences in the world, I think.
I think so too, and we apologize for the noise. Our police wedge is coming in, and that's the indicator that the parade is coming in our direction. But, you know, we talk about culture and history, not just the parade itself and the visuals, but the stories that it tells. And Alohilani is located in such a significant location. I mean, you're on the corner of Liliuokalani Avenue and Kalakaua, so I feel it brings attention to the Queen. Where are the connections with that?
Absolutely. No, this is very special land that we're on right now. With Queen Liliuokalani, this is the location of where her beach cottages were. In fact, she named one of these beach cottages Kealohilani, which inspired our resort name. And the crown flower was her favorite flower, which is our brand flower, and I'm wearing it today.
It's gorgeous.
In recognition of her. We, at Alohilani, we really try to create an experience where we want to celebrate, we want to experience culture, honor tradition, and really celebrate the spirit of aloha every day. And that's really what it's about.
Awesome. Thank you very much, Brad.
Thank you.
We really appreciate it. I think it's really cool just to make a visual where we're standing here, right by the Kuhio statue. This is where Queen Liliuokalani's cottage went out into the ocean. It's a beautiful thing. Anyway, before I start historically geeking out, we have our friends from Living 808, Mikey Moniz, and the Grand Marshal of today's parade, Uncle Sam Choi.
Out here in this beautiful Bronco with a beautiful Grand Marshal. Everybody, this is Chef Sam Choi. Good to see you, Uncle Sam.
Thank you, Mikey. That's me, Grand Marshal.
Uncle Sam Choi.
Okay.
Okay, you are the Grand Marshal at this year's 2025 Aloha Festivals Parade. What does a Grand Marshal do? What's your role?
I think just to wave at the people, share our Aloha spirit, and I'm being back of the governor and the lieutenant governor, so it kind of just adds a little credibility to the parade for the rest of the parade.
Yeah.
I think that's the Grand Marshal's duty.
Yeah.
And I'm just blessed to be part of all the great ones that was Grand Marshals. Yeah.
Right. You know, Uncle Sam, you've traveled the world. You met so many different cultures, but obviously there's no place like home. The roads are actually closed out because there's so many people waiting for the parade to start and watching the floats. What does it mean to you that everybody, both Kama'aina and visitors, are here to watch this parade?
I think it's they've been 70-something years, this Aloha Week parade. I think it's a real blessing for us in the islands and for our visitors.
Yeah.
It gives them something to go back home and say like, wow, we're not no Macy's parade, but I tell you one thing though, this is a great parade.
Yeah, with beautiful adornments too.
Oh yes, I mean the flowers, the beauty, all the the people, all the community people that be part of it.
Right.
I think that's the magical thing about Hawaii. It really showcases what Hawaii's all about.
Yeah, I agree. Okay, stay with us because we're going to have more right here at the Aloha Festivals Parade. And make sure you guys tune into KHON2.com. We'll have a lot of more information over there. Uncle Sam, great talking
Mikey,
with you.
Thank you.
All right, back to you guys. Choo.
Aloha nui. Mahalo for that. I wanted to do and get into a quick Honolulu Cookie Company. Taste our fall flavors and pick your favorite. So
Yes, I
Kamaka
will.
is going to sample chai, jasmine, matcha, and white chocolate pumpkin cookies.
White chocolate, that's the one.
Okay.
They're
And-
very known for their pineapple-shaped cookies, which I think is so cool. And then, it's just so delicious.
He drew the short stick to go ahead and give it a try. And so we wanted to mahalo Honolulu Cookie Company for their aloha.
Give me a second, it's delicious. I took too big of a bite. But we do want to introduce once again the beautiful hula dancers of Nalei Aloha, which is presented by Kilohana by Hawaiian Council.
Aloha! Hi!
Flowers play an important part in the representation of each island. For example, on the island of Kauai, it's a tiny little berry called the mokihana. On Maui, it's a tiny little rosebud called the lokelani. Endemic to the largest island, the island of Hawaii, is the ohia lehua. These blossoms grow on the slopes of volcanoes such as Mauna Kea, but they still stand proudly as the most iconic of them all, the ohia lehua.
Oh, hea oe Hawaii, aina nani kaulana, nā kua hiwi e kolu, moku muni nui o he ave. E Hawaii, kaulana oe ka lehua pua ula nani rua o le la, mai lea o pana e wa.
Aina ku kalahale, Honolulu he kapitala, Iko vaina o ke kaona.
E oahu, ohu ohu oe ka ilima, unu mere mere o te hualivi, nani no e oahu.
So beautiful. Mahalo for that stunning hula. And at this time, we'd like to toss it off to our colleague Kelly in the field.
That's right, you guys. We are out here. The parade has officially started. Lieutenant Governor Sylvia Luke just went by. We also had Mayor Rick Blangiardi. But everyone has been out here now for hours, and the fun continues with us. And we have a lot of the audience members kind of hanging out. People came in early to get their spots, and I've been talking to some of the folks here. The energy is electric. Of course, everyone loves the Aloha Festival's Floral Parade. It is one of the most beautiful parades, really, I think, in the world, but especially here in Hawaii. And I was talking to, hello, Keiki. I was talking to some fun folks over here, and Belinda is over here. Hi, Belinda. All right, Auntie. Hi, sweetie. I know you have something super special to tell us about this particular parade. Can you share how you're involved?
Yes, my daughter Faith, she rides this year for Big Island, and this is her last year for riding all islands.
Really?
Next year she'll be the queen. So hopefully everything turns out well today.
Wonderful. And how important is it for you to have her be a part of this?
It's a lot of stress, but it's the love that the family support. And we appreciate everybody's hands and, just keeping family company.
That's great. And it's so wonderful to be able to show both Kama'aina and visitors,
Yes.
a lot of not only what Hawaii has to offer, but in terms of the culture. I feel like the Aloha Festival's Floral Parade really shines a big light on that. What does that mean to you?
Oh, I just love it. It's the color, the beauty, and the people. I mean, they really make it wonderful.
They really do. And what else makes it wonderful? The Royal Hawaiian Band coming through right now. Always a shining moment here at the parade. Thank you so much, Belinda and family. We're going to be seeing the Pa'u Riders coming through a little bit later, but for now, the band's taking over. Makana and Kamaka, back to you.
The Royal Hawaiian Band, founded in 1836 by King Kamehameha III, is the only full-time municipal band in the United States with a royal legacy, and it is currently an agency of the City and County of Honolulu. We would like to give a big mahalo to Mayor Rick Blangiardi, who preceded the Royal Hawaiian Band for his kokua today. Clark Bright is the 22nd bandmaster of the Royal Hawaiian Band, and he was appointed in 2011. Royal Hawaiian Band is led by drum major Colton Hironaka. At this time, we'd also like to welcome. Across Hawaii's many cultures, food is more than nourishment. It is tradition, memory, and love passed from one generation to the next. The kitchen has always been the heart of the home, where families gather and where recipes become treasures. And therefore, it is only fitting that our Grand Marshal embodies the spirit of aloha through food. A celebrated chef, cultural ambassador, pioneer of Hawaii regional cuisine, the godfather of poke, and star of Hawaii's #1 cooking show, our friend and our colleague, Chef Sam Choi. He has spent his life sharing the flavors of the islands with the world. With warmth, generosity, and humor, he has inspired countless families to cook together and to celebrate the joy of food together.
Poke, and just, I remember growing up and there was that one Master Chef show that Sam Choi was on, and I was just so rooting for him, and I'm so glad that he's a Grand Marshal today. Next on the list, we have our own Royal Court. The primary purpose of the Royal Court is to help perpetuate the culture and traditions of old Hawaii. The Royal Court reminds us of our rich history and heritage. Each year, a king and his court are carefully selected not only to reign throughout the festival season, but for an entire year. The Royal Court presents its traditional pageantry. The protocol that follows whenever the court appears encourages honor and respect. Ladies and gentlemen, will you please stand for the procession of the Royal Court? Allow me to honor and introduce to you our 2025 ali'i, Mo'ikane, King Edward Kupau Kumipo. Mo'i Wahine, Queen Mary Meleana Manuel. Keiki ali'i Kane, Prince Sean Kaleohano Kekahuna Jr. Keiki ali'i Wahine, Princess Jenny Kapomai Ka'ionalani Saldania.
The Mo'iola Association was recently resurrected by Court Chair Blaine Kamalani Kia. All members, past and present, shall bear honor as exemplary citizens to promote the chiefly principles of friendship, charity, and benevolence. Its primary focus is to unite all former ali'i and past court members to preserve and perpetuate Hawaiian culture, uplift its people, and procure our rich heritage through the royal court tradition. Today, members of Mo'i Ola are here dressed in their mokula kihei. They are to assert themselves as devoted servants to His Majesty, the King, and to all members of the royal court. They exist to serve only the court and its affairs. A big mahalo to former Queen Stephanie Barabora, who first had the vision and passion to create what was originally the Mo'i Ola.
Beautiful. Now our first pa'u, Wahine Ali'i Lazy L Ranch. Please welcome to our 77th Annual Aloha Festival's Floral Parade, Wahine Ali'i Kathy Rita, who represents the North Shore of Oahu. A mother and a grandmother to many, Queen Kathy represents the Paniolo way of life. She begins her day with tending to her horses and animals. Her greatest joy is teaching the next generations the art of horse riding. Today she honors the horse women of the Paniolo craft. Her unit, lead page, is Jeffrey Soma. Her escorts are Nora Roberts and her sons Levi, Jake, and Wyatt, who exemplify a rich legacy as their great-great-great-grandfather, William Kualu, served as Queen Emma's guide on horseback during her visits to Kauai. Her princesses are Debbie and Madison Udrias, sorry if I mispronounced names, Jane Rita and McKenna Ka'aiali'i are wearing beautiful old-style Victorian skirts. The horselay are paired with green carnation, which represents love, admiration, and gratitude. The loa'e fern are picked from the gardens.
I wanted to just take a little moment in between the Pa'u unit and what is going to be an adjoined float dedicated in honor of Queen Kathy, to acknowledge that Queen Kathy and her unit and Pa'u this year is represented through palaka. And so all of the different colors associated with the various islands will be expressed through their attire this year, wearing palaka, and many of them will just have one simple lei, carnation lei, or in this case they have their own here because this is the Queen's unit. And so we're throwing it back in honor of Queen Kathy for a more Paniolo type Pa'u culture unit this season.
I love that, and palaka has been coming back full force, and I think it's so cool that we have a lot of these old styles returning and becoming integrated in our life today.
The Lazy L Ranch float, dedicated to Queen Kathy, has been adorned with roses, daisies, carnations, statice, white and green anthuriums, sunflowers, pickleberries, million stars, mums, and button mums, along with tea leaves, dry branches, haulekoa, monstera, two-tone hala, areca palms, variegated banyan, palapalai, laua'e, and other elements. And you'll notice one thing cool, Kamaka, is that the various photos and images that you see are actually brought to life using pepper, panko, green onion, paprika, and so you start to see these images pop from the screen accordingly.
Yes, that's right. We have some beautiful looking, it's really awesome when you can see all those little details that is put into it, all the peppers and stuff.
All right.
We want to give a big mahalo to the Honolulu Cookie Company for providing and sponsoring. We also want to say a big mahalo for their samples that they provided: chocolate dip macadamia, white chocolate dip macadamia, and dark triple chocolate macadamia cookies. Oh gosh. Honolulu Cookie Company, a family-owned and operated company known for its pineapple-shaped premium shortbread cookies.
And up next, we are very excited as we celebrate the 50th anniversary of the Queen Liliuokalani Keiki Hula Competition and Festival. We are pleased to have the 2025 Miss Keiki Hula and Master Keiki Hula as this year's ambassadors of Aloha. Miss Keiki Hula, Michaela Arakaki, is the daughter of Malia and John Arakaki and has a younger sister, Eliana. Michaela started dancing hula with her halau at the age of 3. She is now a 7th grader at the Kamehameha schools, and you can find Michaela out on the softball field when she's not dancing hula. Master Keiki Hula Makayo Lono Holani is a 9-year-old 4th grader at Pauoa Elementary, and he dances for Kumuhula Robert Keano Kaupu IV. Makayo balances his love for hula with hobbies such as baseball, football, and paddling because hula is not a hobby. Looking to the future, he dreams of becoming a police officer, carrying forward the same dedication and principles that earned him this prestigious honor.
That is awesome.
Hi,
It's
aloha.
so amazing to see our keiki start young, especially in hula, and being able to absorb and really be formed by the stories that it shares. And I think that's the most important part about hula is the stories that it tells.
And just a fun little quick, we're just going to be a little bit kolohe or rascal for a minute. They're in the horse and buggy.
I love
They're
that.
so little itty bitty.
You can't even see their
You
heads
barely
popping
see
out.
their head popping out.
Yes, we have. I mean, there you can see right now. I've never actually seen that before. That's awesome. Well, next on the list, we have so many coming down. Next is Halau Hi'iakaina Makalehua. Under the direction of Kumuhula Robert Keano Kaupu IV, Halau Hi'iako na Makalehua is based in Niu Helewai, Oahu, and is recognized for its excellence in perpetuating Hawaiian culture and hula traditions. At this year's 50th annual Queen Liliuokalani Keiki Hula competition, their keiki dancers shined, earning overall wins in the Kaikamahine and Keiki Kane divisions, as well as the coveted Master Keiki Hula title held by Makayo Lono Holani. Today, the keiki represent their kumu, halau, hula lineage, and the prestigious Queen Liliuokalani Keiki Hula competition and its honorable legacy.
The Moana Lua High School Menehune Marching Band and Color Guard is a highly acclaimed 180-member ensemble known for their remarkable discipline both on and off the fields. We want to give a big mahalo to the band, who is expertly directed by Mr. Kevin Takesue, Ms. Rona Barbosa, Mr. Todd Oshima, and Mr. Andrew Ching. Let's listen.
We want to mahalo.
The 77th Annual Aloha Festival's Floral Parade is brought to you by these fine sponsors.
island-inspired flavors in every crunchy bite. Our handmade, pineapple-shaped, premium shortbread cookies are a celebration of the aloha spirit. Perfect as gifts for friends or family, cookies are the best treat for life's special moments. Honolulu Cookie Company, a taste of Hawaii in every bite.
The canoe has really grounded me to my culture and to Hawaii. My passion and my love is really about voyaging and wayfinding and teaching. And knowing that there was a time where none of this was in Hawaii. It's now my responsibility, my generation, our kuleana, to make sure that it never happens again.
Aloha nui. I am joined
Aloha.
by the ever vivacious Debbie Nakanelua Richards of Hawaiian Airlines. Talk to us about this year's floral parade.
We are so excited to be here again. You know, it's something that our employees love doing. They look forward to all year being a part of this. So we say mahalo to the Aloha Festivals Committee for going through all the effort to keep this a long-standing tradition.
And a large part of that is because of your tireless efforts, which she's too hila to share, but I will. And a large part of the Aloha Festival's success is built on the efforts of Debbie. Talk to us about your float. That was some magic we just saw.
Well, we're really fortunate. On the committee of Aloha Festivals, we have someone like Monty Macumber that has these creative ideas about theme. And this year, it's about Mauka to Makai. And there's so much that goes on between those two places, from the mountains to the sea. So this year, we wanted to focus on the thought of Aina holding story of people, of place, and of traditions. So one of the things that we look at in storytelling is that of our own stories. So Maui was our focus, and we focused on him snaring the sun to slow it down so his mom, Hina, could dry her kapa. We're really lucky this year that we have one of our pilots who is, his first language actually is Olelo Hawaii, and he is our Maui this year, and his mom is a kapa practitioner, and so she, Kawehilani Wong, is also on the float with our Maui Wailani Wong.
Mahalo, Debbie. We cannot thank Hawaiian Airlines enough, and Debbie in particular for her tireless efforts on the board and on behalf of her company. Anything you want to share, parting words?
No, just our privilege really to be a part of it. Walking down the route, it really reminds us why we do this. We see so many visitors, but also our ohana, our family, to be able to bring people together for this tradition of floral floats, of pa'u, of bands, of all of our friends.
Well, mahalo, Debbie.
Mahalo
we certainly
nui.
appreciate you.
Happy Aloha Week.
Mahalo. And up next, we are looking at a pa'u unit. And again, as we mentioned before, you can see the palaka, and this is Nihoa Pa'u unit represented by Princess Kau'i Agricula. Her page is Trenton Teves, attendant Tasia Teves, and Pohai Kealoha escorts Keli'i, Ka'ehu, and Kona, all her sons, Mother Jerilyn Feli, and Colton Andrade. Together they embody Malama'aina, Paniolo Pride, and Aloha. Her horse lei is crafted in hili and kui style, and they're made with palm seeds and white orchids. And the neck lei and horse lei are also made using carnations. Kau'i, the princess, is proud to serve as a United Airlines ramp service employee, and she loves hunting, welding, and rodeos.
And next we have representing our hui hololio for the island of Molokini is our Kamali'i Wahine Tiana Hualani Ka'eo. Hailing from Mililani, Oahu, she's a mother of four and dances for Malu Productions. This is her third year riding in the Aloha Festival's Floral Parade. Molokini Island is known for snorkeling and scuba diving, and the unit features coral and salmon pink palaka fashion adorned with carnation lei and island flowers. The Viki-style horse lei incorporates tea leaves, monstera, hala, a fancy word I can't pronounce, I'm not gonna lie, haulekoa, curly croton, corn husk. I haven't heard many of these, carnation and mums. Leading the unit are Paige David Ramos III, attendants Queenair Leanne Ku'ulealoha Queenie Bulawan, and William Kehaulani Cleveland Andrades. Escorts Linier Capenia and Titus Maximus Tanuvasa, and Malama Aina crew Naira Canales, Chris Canales, Karina Iwamoto Capenia, and Alia Iwamoto Capenia.
And up next, we have Malu Productions. They present a float inspired by the Makai and the spirit of the Hukilau, which is a traditional fishing practice that brought families and communities together through casting nets, gathering fish, and sharing in abundance. The float features fish nets, representations of i'a, or fish, and vibrant decorations to evoke the sea. Dancers and musicians bring the practice of Hukilau to life with traditional Polynesian rhythms and movements, celebrating this year's theme, Kalamai. Just as the Hukilau provided food for families, Malu continues to provide cultural nourishment through music and dance.
Next, we have Kauaiahao Church School. Kauaiahao Church School, a treasured gem in downtown Honolulu, celebrating 50 years of early childhood education. Founded in 1975 and operated by the historic Kauaiahao Church, this school offers programs for keiki ages 2 years old through kindergarten. Their nurturing approach blends strong academic foundations with Hawaiian culture, Christian values through an inspired curriculum, helping keiki thrive in every way. Kauaiahao Church School is proudly accredited, and they accept support from Child Care Connection, Preschool Open Doors, and Pauahi Keiki scholars, making quality education more accessible for local families.
Joining us from the leeward coast of Oahu, please welcome the Wai'anae High School Sea Rider Marching Band.
All right.
These talented student musicians have been working tirelessly all semester, performing at football games and preparing for parades. Under the leadership of Director Joseph Hammond and Drum Major DJ DeMello, the Sea Rider Marching Band is honored to share music and aloha again from the west side of Oahu, Imua, Wai'anae.
Let's take a moment to listen to their beautiful sounds. Next, we have Aloha Festival's board co-chair, Sam Shenkis. She's the Vice President, Director of Marketing for Royal Hawaiian Center and serves as the Aloha Festival's board co-chair. She has been a supporter of the festival for over 20 years. She says her love for the festival comes from it being a generational family tradition. She looks forward each year to seeing entire families attend, and with each passing year see the kids grow up. Let's please show some aloha to our Aloha Festival's board co-chair, Sam Shenkis. Mahalo for your tireless efforts in making this cultural tradition a reality for us each and every year, Sam.
And look at that 1959. Kamehameha Schools, which just so happens to be the place where Kamaka and I graduated.
Ayo.
The center continues to be a gathering place in Waikiki for Kama'aina and Malihini alike.
Very historic places here in Waikiki. You wouldn't know unless you hear some of the mo'olelo, which I wish we had time, but we don't have much time to share about that. But just know that Helumua is a very significant place. Did you know, Makana, that Waikiki was the center of power of all of Oahu for over 400 years?
Aye.
Fascinating. Moving on to our Mrs. Hawaii USA Elite, representing the heart of the islands with grace and purpose. Here comes Kesia Tiana Littman, your newly crowned Mrs. Hawaii USA Elite 2025, a proud Pacific platform Lei Vai Beauty. Today she rides not just as a queen, but as a voice for women rising in resilience, self-care, and cultural pride.
And up next, we have the Kamehameha School's Warrior Marching Band and Color Guard. They have performed worldwide to critical acclaim and recognition. The band is under the direction of Kumu Makana Larger and Assistant Director Kumu Kristen Selly. Drum majors Aubrey Andrews Nakila, Rain Ramitikaro, Luahiva Cravens, and letterline captains Lena Lee and Olena Marsh. Kamehameha Schools has been a symbol of educational excellence for Native Hawaiians for 138 years. Grounded in the Christian and Hawaiian values, KS perpetuates the vision of Keali'i Pauahi. Let's listen.
And hot and how much work it is to come down on Kalakaua. We want to give a big shout out to Hawaiian Airlines for supporting this live broadcast of the Aloha Festivals Parade. With more than 95 years of serving the Hawaii Islands, Hawaiian Airlines has always been dedicated to connecting people with aloha. Hawaiian Airlines, Hawaii flies with us. And a big shout out and a big mahalo to Hawaii Tourism Authority for also helping to sponsor our 77th annual Aloha Festivals Floral Parade. It is a gorgeous day outside here in Waikiki. Stick around, we'll be right back right here on the Aloha Festivals Floral Parade.
The canoe has really grounded me to my culture and to Hawaii. My passion and my love is really about voyaging and wayfinding and teaching. And knowing that there was a time where none of this was in Hawaii. It's now my responsibility, my generation, our kuleana, to make sure that it never happens again.
At Hawaiian Telcom, we're here for you, helping dreams become reality.
Yes, enjoy. Have a good day.
With friendly and reliable service that extends to each and every one of us, putting Hawaii at the forefront to be the first fully fiber-enabled state in the country, providing internet access for all. A brighter world is possible.
One way to remember some of the more common signs and symptoms of stroke is an acronym called B-FAST.
B stands for balance loss.
E is for eyes or sudden loss of vision.
F is for face drooping.
A is for arm weakness.
S is for speech problems.
And T is time to call 911. Stroke care starts in the ambulance.
Early activation is very important.
And remember to be fast, because the life you save might be your own.
Aloha and welcome back to the 77th annual Aloha Festivals Floral Parade. And it is our honor to throw it to the field, Kelly Simek, what you got going on?
We're having an incredible day, but it is extra sweet because Honolulu Cookie Company is a part of today as well. And we have been passing out cookies to all of the folks that are watching the parade throughout the morning, and it's definitely brightening their day. Of course, the iconic pineapple shape, and I was even sneaking a couple too, the guava one, so delicious. So that's kind of what we've been doing. We've been having fun, obviously seeing all of the great floats going by, and there have been some beautiful ones. This is the 77th annual Aloha Festival's Floral Parade, and we are having so much fun. And so speaking of, let me show you guys how much fun we're having. When we tell folks that they're getting cookies, they kind of go a little nuts. Who wants some cookies from Honolulu Cookie Company? Yes? All right, here you go. I've already opened some of them, so it's easy access. There you go. All right, you guys, making things a little extra sweet and spreading the aloha here at the Aloha Festival's Floral Parade. All right, back to you guys.
Mahalo, Kelly. Make sure you stop by our table too and give us some.
Definitely.
We have Kumuhula Patty Kealohilani Wright, who's celebrating 52 years of teaching in Kailua at Halau Napuakea o Ko'olau Poko. She feels deep gratitude for her hula teachers, Kailua's Bella Richards and Kumuhula Lani Kalama, also of Kailua, whose kahiko tradition was passed down from renowned hula master Lokalia Montgomery. With grace and hula and deep aloha, Napuakea o Ko'olau Poko brings to life the story of Kailua's landscape and heritage and living spirit of aloha that flows through Uka Hula Kai. Mahalo to their sponsors, South Shore Equipment of Waipahu and Murakami Landscaping of Kahalu. Gorgeous, and I just always think that the addition of hula, no matter how many different hula dancers or halau come through, it always is very, very impressive.
Kelly is here with your cookies.
Kelly did come. Thank you very much, Kelly.
She came through. And, just to speak a little bit on floats, while we have a little bit of a pause here. Floats, the investment of our community in float building is quite a feat to see. It's many hours, many hands, and when the parade is uapau, it's you have to take it down, and it really is something for the eyes, right? Like it creates that experience that's iconic when you talk about the Aloha Festival's Floral Parade. And so we do want to mahalo all of our float builders. This year we had 6.
Yes, and as was mentioning, there's certain unique things included every year. This year, some of those kitchen things we find in the kitchen. So I think it's really fascinating how we can find ways to incorporate creativity into tradition.
Very much so. Up next, we have Kaho'olawe Pa'u Unit. Please welcome Princess Siobhan Okamura. Leading her today is Paige Travis Maxwell, with attendants Sani Minor and Shannon Maxwell by her side. Escorting the princess are Lance Bantolina, Jez Ferreira, and Darren Ishii. This regal unit is adorned in stunning gray palaka and maroon hina, and these lole, or attire, were beautifully crafted by the talented Kini Zamora. Kalamai.
I'm going to call him Zini for now.
I know, don't tell him. Zini. Kini, we love you. The unit's exquisite lei are made with tea leaf, hina, pikake, Job's tears, I've never heard of that, carnations, a'ali'i, corn husk, anthuriums, silver button leaves, and status, each piece chosen to reflect tradition, beauty, and aloha. And their Malama Aina card pays tribute to the Kaho'olawe Island Reserve Commission. A heartfelt mahalo to Malama Aina crew, Rayleigh, Shiloh, Kyrie, Saria, Carol, Tamar, Anu, Manowai, Tammy, Daphne, and Sherry see a small village for keeping everything olu olu.
I have to say, their attire is just popping right now, and I love the design. So Ni'ihau, their color is gray, so gray is very prominent, and their lei material, aloha, is the hina, or in our family we called it Pele's hair.
There it is, and they were selling these attire as part of a fundraiser for their Pa'u unit. I definitely snagged a couple of things. Can't help it, I love palaka.
Next, we are looking at the Pa'u of Ni'ihau. Representing the island of Ni'ihau is Wahine Page Puaonaona Stibbard. This year's princess is Rina Pa'ahana Rabago. Her attendants are Kehaulani Brault, Kalamai if I'm mispronouncing names, and Michelle Kahiau Cabales. followed by escorts Jeffrey Caveno Kona Gasper, Alika Larono, and Dylan Anchetta. The Malama crew, we can never forget the Malama crew. Their cart is decorated with lei pupu o ni'ihau, the most valuable Malama Aina cart that there is, representing this year's parade theme, Ko Kulauka, Ko Kulakai, those of the upland, those of the shore, or in other words, Mauka to Makai. The Ni'ihau unit would like to mahalo Russell from Hawaii transfer and all of our Pa'u units, brothers and sisters, for all of your kokua. Special mahalo to coordinator Lori Takato for her dedication to the unit and for perpetuating the tradition of Pa'u.
And I wanted to talk a little bit about this unit because this is important. Their horse lei was created with flowers and seeds made in the style of Ni'ihau shell lei. It's absolutely brilliant. The Malama Aina crew are wearing opihi shell hats that are all handcrafted using things of the Aina.
That is so cool.
It is absolutely extraordinary. I've never seen a horse lei made in the Ni'ihau shell lei style through pattern making using flora and fauna. It was absolutely stunning.
That is amazing. So Ni'ihau, their color is white and their lei material is the Pupuo Ni'ihau. Next, we have the Hawaii Emergency Management Agency, also known as HAEMA. The team makes up the Hawaii Emergency Management Agency, led by Administrator James Barros, is actively engaged in the community to educate and assist all Kama'aina in disaster preparedness and response. HAEMA empowers people to understand the importance of preparedness, allowing them to strengthen the fabric of their own communities, ensuring that everyone is equipped to face challenges together. Here, they have filled an umeke with food, water, first aid kits, and important documents, some of which are items you should have in your 2-week emergency kit. Just as Ohana come together to share food, knowledge, and experiences, HAEMA fosters a sense of collaboration by also providing resources and a support network that make up the emergency management enterprise. After all, preparedness is a kako effort.
And you want to give it a little bit of a look in the back of the truck. They do have your what should be your go kit, your go bag.
I do have Spam and pork and beans in mine.
Automatic. How can you not? We wanted to mahalo HAEMA for their time and energy in participating. And hooey! Listen up! Hawaiian Council is proud to present a brand new mele that celebrates the heart of their mission, strengthening community by honoring what unites us. At every family gathering, food tells our story. What brings Ohana together are dishes from Hawaiian, Portuguese, Filipino, Chinese, Korean, Japanese, and other local traditions. All reminders that we are stronger together. Of note is the luau plate, a beloved symbol of the care we carry from home to communal tables. Whether auntie's piling on the noodles or giving you an extra cup of poi, come make your own plate, sit down, and enjoy. We want to give a special shout out to the po'o of the Hawaiian Council, Kuhio Lewis. We wanted to acknowledge the dancers of Nale Aloha, Kilo Hana, and we also wanted to acknowledge Tyler Gomes, who leads Kilo Hana. It truly is a labor of love, and if you look, the sort of luau plate facing us, that is rice and anthurium serving as poke, which I thought was really clever.
That looks like fish inside that. Thank you.
Yep.
I don't even know what flowers that is, but that does look like fish.
Just looks like fish, and I think those might be anthuriums. And we see laulau there. And so it's intended to be a very special, good old Hawaiian fashion.
I feel like I'm at a Christmas party right now.
This is the kind of Christmas party we all love to go to. I want to also remind everyone that CNHA, what was once known as the Council for Native Hawaiian Advancement, has been rebranded to the Hawaiian Council. Mahalo to them for their performance.
Awesome. You know what else is awesome? We want to give a big mahalo to Royal Hawaiian Center. They have been helping and supporting the Aloha Festival's Floral Parade every single year, celebrating 45 years. We also want to give a big mahalo to the Aloha Festivals. Of course, this is their jewel event every single year. It wouldn't be done without the help of many hands who are part of the Aloha Festivals. So many action, so much action.
Please welcome the Waikiki Car Club crew. In the first car, in the Mustang, is television producer Ronnie James with Mrs. Puerto Rico, Eva Salcedo. In the next car, which I believe is a Corvette, is Sergeant Mike and Miss Waikiki Teen, Alex Bogate. And we also have driver John Green with Yumiko Green, Mrs. Universe Japan, USA. And up next, we have Lanai Pa'u unit.
Lanai.
Leading the island of Lanai's unit today is Paige Nadia Nascimento. She's joined by Princess Tasha Kahele, who moved from Hawaii to Alaska in 2009 and began riding in the Aloha Festival's Floral Parade that same year. Tasha is accompanied by her attendants, Hilina'i Kahele, her second oldest daughter, and cousin Sid Rosa. These beautiful wahine hololio in orange palaka are escorted by Darius Pavao, Kalamai Paka Makanui, and Lanai native Raisen Kahananui. The vibrant foliage adorning the riders and their horses were gathered from the mountains to the sea. Their lei include Lanai's island flower, Kaunaoa, the beautiful ko, Kukunaokala, Kikania, Malaulu, Leila'i, Lauhala, and dyed corn husk. Tasha and her horse are adorned with beautiful orange carnation. And this year, their Malama Aina unit presents a beautiful float replica of Pu'upehe, Lanai's legendary sweetheart rock, sharing the timeless story of the maiden Pehe and her warrior, Maka Kehau.
First of all of us Hawaiians have to have the most complicated names, so we apologize
We do.
in advance for
We are trying.
mispronouncing. But there's just so much to showcase. So going from Lanai, hopping over to the island of Molokai, introducing the handsome page of Molokai, Kalei Chang, first-time rider showing off his kukui nut lei and gorgeous horse lei. The stunning princess of Molokai, Gloria Awakuni, born in Hilo and now resides in Waikele. Gloria's horse lei is of the color Oma'oma'o, which is green, and is adorned with kukui nuts and kukui leaves, humu papa style, where the pua or the flowers are sewn to a backing. Beautiful attendants, Carrie and Karen, designed their own horse lei with the abundance of green foliage and pua. Maika Ikane, Paniolo, Dallas, Kaipo, and David crafted their own humu papa horse lei and kukui nut lei and papale lei, which is one for your hat. From the mountains to the sea, we gather and share. Their Malama Aina cart is covered with bundles of ho'okupu representing Molokai and its sustainability, its fertile land, and rich abundance. The unit portrays the theme Malama the Aina, and the Aina will take care of you. A special mahalo to their kokua crew, Hanole, Eileen, Tyler, Cheryl, Adonis, and Marvin. How gorgeous is that Eo Molokai?
Absolutely stunning. And again, you see that palaka. And we wanted to mahalo the Pa'u units. At this time, it's our great pleasure to bring up Rick Agid of the Waikiki Business Improvement Association.
Thank you, Makana. Waikiki Improvement Association.
Waikiki Improvement Association in Kalamai.
Yes,
Talk to us, yeah.
Makana, I want to thank you for being the organizer of the parade. You did a terrific job. It's a great parade. I think I've seen more horses than I've ever seen
We
in
did
one of our
have 12.
parades.
Yeah, we had 12 full units this year.
And somebody told me over 70 horses.
Yeah.
That's terrific. And I also am so pleased to see the thousands of people. We normally have 15 to 20,000. I think we're well over 20,000 today, just standing along the streets.
Talk to us about what the Aloha Festivals means. You know, we're in our 77th year for the parade, but 79 for the festival.
Right, next year is going to be a huge one with the 80th year, so
Yes.
be sure to come back and rejoin us for the event next year. Aloha Festivals is the organization that kind of really brings the whole community together. Of course, we feature the Hawaiian culture, but in reality, all the cultural ethnic groups in Hawaii participate, and it's a way with our whole local community come to Waikiki, and the visitors get to see everybody from the mayor to the emergency preparedness group.
Yes,
I mean, it's just terrific. We have such tremendous support in the community that because it really is what it says, a celebration of aloha.
Well, mahalo to you for your support, and we appreciate your time, Rick.
Okay,
Thank you
Makana,
so
thank you so much, and thank you, and your family, your whole
Mahalo.
family is here.
Yeah, well, it is a family affair. Mahalo
Thank
for
you.
that.
All right, bye-bye.
I also wanted to quickly recognize this year we have our first ever international band, a band from Costa Rica. They came to us last year, and so they've been a year's worth in the planning to bring almost 100 members of their team internationally to celebrate with us today. They're pretty excited about the experience, and I know we firsthand at Aloha Festivals are very overjoyed that we were able to extend beyond our shores. I believe up next we have...
Is this Miss Hawaii? Nope.
I think this is the Hawaii English language program.
That's part of the challenge. When you're here in person, you have to kind of squint down the road to see who's coming up next.
It is. It's Yasuda Women's University in Hiroshima, Japan, partners with the Hawaii English Language Program at the University of Hawaii at Manoa, and they partner in the fall and spring semesters. Since 2016, Yasuda students have studied English, international business, and tourism. The advanced students have internship opportunities with local companies, and the intermediate students are involved in service learning opportunities with local nonprofit organizations. Each student lives with a homestay family and fully experiences the Aloha spirit during their study abroad program.
We want to give a big shout out to Honolulu Cookie Company and all of their goodies, but their chocolate dipped cookies are some of the most popular flavors, each hand dipped in milk, white, and dark chocolate for a perfect balance of buttery shortbread and rich chocolate. Did I make you hungry yet? Make sure to get out and get your own Honolulu Cookie Company cookie. Miss Chinatown, we are heading into Chinatown here on Oahu. Miss Chinatown Hawaii Pageant is a nonprofit organization which runs solely by volunteers, whose mission is to perpetuate the Chinese culture in Hawaii through developing leadership and public speaking skills and fostering participation in community service. The cars are provided by BMW Hawaii. Please come to my house afterwards. The first car in Miss Chinatown Hawaii, Queen May Kamaka. Oh, I love your name. And Miss Chinese JC's Queen Ashley Yoshikawa. May is a graduate of Iolani School and the University of Hawaii at Manoa, where she dual majored and received a Bachelor's of Arts in Hawaiian Studies and a Bachelor of Science in Biology. She aspires to become a doctor. Ashley is a graduate of Glenbrook North High School and Chaminade University, where she's received her Business Administration degree with minor in Computer Information Systems and International Studies.
Alohilani, experience the renewal of Alohilani Resort, Waikiki Beach, the vibrant heart of hospitality, culture, wellness, and entertainment. Discover elevated luxury at Swell Restaurant, Pool and Bar, Fit Waikiki, the Longboard Club, and Morimoto Asia Waikiki. And at this time, we will see you back at the Aloha Festival's Floral Parade 77th Annual when we return.
The 77th Annual Aloha Festival's Floral Parade is brought to you by these fine sponsors.
The canoe has really grounded me to my culture and to Hawaii. My passion and my love is really about voyaging and wayfinding and teaching. And knowing that there was a time where none of this was in Hawaii. It's now my responsibility, my generation, our kuleana, to make sure that it never happens again.
Aloha and welcome back.
Welcome
Kamaka.
back. It has been a heap and a hoop of a morning, and we have so much more to go. I am so stoked. So, first of all, we want to just give a big shout out and mahalo to our Honolulu Cookie
Who's
Company.
been keeping you fed.
It has been,
olo,
yes,
olo.
it's
Happy.
been giving me some breakfast this morning, so thank you very much.
We wanted to get into our next unit.
Yes, we have another band coming down. We love bands because they bring us much more energy and music. This time from Kaneohe Castle High School. Through the courtesy and support of Principal Bernie Tyrell, the Castle High School Marching Band, Knights Band is from the windward side of Oahu in beautiful Kaneohe. This band in past years have traveled to Maui, California, Washington, D.C., New York, Florida, Japan, Paris, just to name a few. Locally, the band has performed for Hawaii International Jazz Festival and at the world-famous Blue Note Waikiki. Let's just take a little second to hear some of the sounds of the Castle Marching Band.
Which is the oldest Native Hawaiian community-based advocacy organization, and it's still going strong today. The Hawaiian Civic Clubs are a confederation of autonomous clubs located throughout Hawaii and the continental United States. With 60 clubs and 3,500 members, they all work together to advocate to lift our Native Hawaiian lahui. Representing the association today is its Pu'uku, Luann Favorito.
Beautiful, yes. And then right behind that, we are going to be having Ko'olau Poko Hawaiian Civic Club. Ko'olau is broken into two different sections, if you didn't know. The Ko'olau Poko Hawaiian Civic Club was first established in August of 1937 by a group of Kama'aina residents in the Kaneohe area. It became chartered by the Association of Hawaiian Civic Clubs at the first annual convention back in 1959. The president of the Ko'olau Poko Hawaiian Civic Club is Charles Naumu. Today, the Ko'olau Poko Hawaiian Civic Club continues its efforts to support the culture and heritage of Native Hawaiians through its educational and service programs, community outreach, volunteer, and civic work. Mahalo to the Ko'olau Poko Hawaiian Civic Club.
And we're going to turn it over to our friends Kelly and Mikey in the streets.
Aloha, you guys. Oh, we are having so much fun here at the Aloha Festival's Floral Parade. The energy is electric. The floats are beautiful. The Pa'u riders doing their thing, looking amazing. And great giveaways courtesy of all of our sponsors. Big shout out to the Honolulu Cookie Company. And the person that is helping me spread the aloha today, we have to welcome him in. He's always spreading the aloha on KHON, Mikey Moniz of Living 808.
Happy Aloha Festival's Day Parade, everybody.
Yes.
Okay, what do we have in front of us,
We have a big giveaway. So I was initially going to just give this whole bag to someone, but then I was doing a little bit of recon.
Okay.
Pull one of those out for us.
Okay, let's see.
Because there are a bunch of different tins. Look how cute the surfboard tin is. Now,
This
of
is
course, you
so
can get
cute.
all of the Honolulu Cookie Company cookies at their retail stores. There are plenty in Waikiki, but also online, honolulucookiecompany.com. But I don't know. I think just choose someone to do a giveaway.
We're in the Aloha spirit, so let's go find somebody, Kel.
Let's do it. Now, of course, we've been enjoying the day. It is hot, it is sunny, but at least it's not raining. There is a chance of rain, so we've been blessed with
Hi.
some beautiful weather. Would you like
We're
some
gonna
cookies?
give you a tin.
All
There
right,
you
and then
go.
now we also have the extra large box. We're gonna,
Thank
and
you
then
so
we have one
much.
more to pass out, you guys. But again, shout out to Honolulu Cookie Company. Who wants the love? Here you go.
All right,
thanks,
Makana
you guys,
and
for
Kamaka,
joining
back
us.
to you guys.
Oh, thank you, Mikey. Mahalo to you both for always keeping it lively. Up next, we have the Oahu Pa'u unit with Paige Vera Marie Lee and this year's princess, Stephanie Denali. She's the owner of Hukilani's, which is a company specializing in Hawaiian-style snacks and goodies. And if you notice her lei, again, you notice that mele mele carnation lei. Many of the Pa'u units are wearing the carnation lei to sort of be in alignment with that Paniolo themed culture, harking back to Queen Kathy Rita. The beautiful flowers and foliage used in the Pa'u unit for Oahu are mums, daisies, song of India, kalamai, wood rose, tea leaves, and philodendron. Her unit used the haku style of lei making.
And the color, if you couldn't tell, of Oahu is mele mele, or yellow. We also can say lena lena. And we move over to Kauai, where their color is purple and their lei material is the Mokihana berry. Kauai o Mano Kalani Po. Eo! This year's Kauai Pa'u Princess, Naili Ula I Kalani Vieira, who is from Hau'ula here on Oahu. Island flower Mokihana and color poni, or purple, together they showcase palaka attire to honor Paniolo from the past, present, and future. Princess Naili would like to dedicate this ride to her papa, Samuel Novello Kekoa Rowland Sr., who was a former ranch hand at Kipo Ranch on Kauai and in the early 1950s. Her page, Matt Drew, attendants Pohai Worley and Hi'ilani Pila, lead escort Alfred Bailey, and outsiders Benjamin Ulufale and Selden Bailey. Kauai Pa'u Unit would like to mahalo their Malama Aina crew and all the hands that made their ride this year possible. Eo Kauai o Mano Kalani Po.
Sorry. Up next, representing the U.S. United Pageant System, please welcome Maya Dutia, your 2025 Queen of Distinction. Maya is a proud advocate for her platform, Shine with Maya, encouraging girls to build confidence through the performing arts. Today, she's bringing sparkle, grace, and the spirit of aloha, as is Kamakapile, to the parade wearing her crown and sash with pride. Maya is honored to celebrate with all of you and share her message that every girl has the power to shine bright. And you definitely are shining bright, Maya. That crown is giving
I have
life.
to put my sunglasses on
I
to look at
know,
her.
it's some Bruno Mars crown action. Aloha, Maya.
The energy here is so hype. I'm loving it. If you've never actually come down to Waikiki to actually be here in person, that is something that you're going to want to do at least once in your life, because you don't get the same feel as if you were down here in person. Next, we have Cosplayers of Hawaii, which is a group of people who create their own costumes and cosplays for the love of various characters such as Star Wars, Mandalorian mercs, Ghostbusters, Disney, Avengers, superheroes, anime, and more. They have appeared at many Comic-Cons, participated in many parades and events throughout Hawaii, and they have volunteered at many charity events. They love putting smiles on faces of kids, and kids at heart, which means that's you, Makana, you're a big kid,
Definitely.
with their cosplaying. Again, Cosplayers of Hawaii.
They are always such an interesting entry into the parade, and we deeply enjoy them, as do my Keiki. Representing the Oahu Filipino Community Council is President Calvin Bagawasan and the current Miss Oahu Filipina, India Kavelolani Kalso Ching. This past June, India was crowned the 50th winner during her anniversary celebration. India is not only Filipino, she is part Native Hawaiian, Chinese, Maori, Spanish, Irish, Scottish, and English. Her platform blends her passion for food, agriculture, dance, and the performing arts. Her vision is to bring all of this to life with cooking workshops in public schools, hands-on field days, and dance workshops.
And then now we have behind us, representing the color of pink and the flower of the rose, the Lokelani rose, is the Maui unit. Representing Maui Pa'u unit as Princess is Mililani Smith, Page Micah Rodriguez, attendants Kim Rivera and Railani Cullen, and escorts Kanoa Kealoha, Kalai Kealoha, and Wilhelm Wagner. The color of the island is pink, as mentioned, and the island flower is the Lokelani rose. Their Malama Aina cart represents the legend of Maui slowing the sun. Legend has it that Maui slowed the sun, Kala, to give people more time for daily tasks. His mother, Hina, complained about the sun moving too quickly, leaving her no time to dry her kapa cloths. Maui crafted a rope and caught the sun in snares atop Haleakala. Reluctantly, the sun agreed to slow down for half a year. The act extended days, supporting daily life. And if you want to know more about that story, you're going to have to do your own research and homework.
All local people know the song. As you were speaking, they were singing the song in their head because you know Maui and kapa could dry. I also wanted to draw the connection that the Aloha Aina court crew, or the Malama Aina crew, Kalamai, that story is the same as the Hawaiian Airlines float, and so that's pretty interesting.
We do want to give a big shout out to our Honolulu Cookie Company, and they have given us some amazing Onolicious cookies. They today we're trying fan favorites here between myself and Makana. That includes chocolate dip macadamia, white chocolate dip macadamia, dark triple chocolate macadamia. We have chai and so much more. So if you want to try that out, go get yourself a box of Honolulu cookies from Honolulu Cookie Company.
Delicious. The sacred color red represents the koko of our Lahui, Hawaii Island, Moku o Keawe, Hilohana Kahi, and Ka'uakani Lehua. Pa'u Princess Faith, Kealo Ha'o Kalani Kalamau represents Hawaii Island, supported by Paige Uhane Kai, Arlen Tico, Navahine attendants Lealoha Santos, and Nova Lindsay. Nakane escorts Holomua Makalino, Mahi'ai Kalaluhi, and Kaloi Kaniaupio, and the Malama Aina crew. A kuno, or bow of respect, is offered to the communities of Hawaiʻi, gifting the lush forest of Puna, the subtle tremble of Tutupele, the whispering sea of Kona and Kawaihai, the winds and rain of Kohala to Waimea, and majestic Mauna Kea overlooking Hilo. The Hawaii Island unit and their family of supporters collectively ride in honor of the late Shauna Malama Kapanui and Kelly Gabo's Uranus, and the awesome Malama Aina crew. The support for this unit is palpable, and we wanted to mahalo Princess Faith Kalamau.
And for the island of Hawaii, if you haven't caught it yet, their color is ula ula, or red, and their island lei material is the lehua flower from the lehua tree.
And we also have a sub-entry. You want to talk about that with Faith?
Dub entry, Papakolea.
A future Pa'u princess, Nahea Healani. She is the granddaughter of Hawaii Island Pa'u Princess Faith Kalamau, and she rides in honor of her two brothers, Slade and Kaha'i. Eo to the future Pa'u Princess here in support. You'll see her right here in a second. She's riding on her own pet Pa'u, and she is the granddaughter of Princess Faith and a Pa'u princess in training.
Awesome. And continuing the color red, we are going over to Papakolea for Kula no na Poe Hawaii o Papakolea Kewalo Kala Wahine. Following the Hawaii Pa'u unit, Kula no na Poe Hawaii, or Kula, is honored to present the families of the Papakolea, Kewalo, and Kala Wahine Hawaiian homesteads in the year's annual floral parade. Representing their community are the Lamaku after-school program, Keiki Kupuna Community Care Network, and service learning students. Today, Kula is proud to support the Hawaii Pa'u unit Princess Kewalo resident Faith Kalamau, and to share their aloha with all of you. Eo Papakolea.
Eo. And with that, we will see you back here at the 77th Annual Aloha Festival's Floral Parade. And mahalo to everybody for their participation this year.
We don't want to give a big mahalo, of course. We cannot do this without many of our sponsors, including Hawaiian Airlines. Another shout out to our sponsor, Hawaiian Airlines, for making this live broadcast of the Aloha Festival's parade possible. Hawaiian Airlines offers more than 100 flights between the islands every single day. Hawaiian Airlines, Hawaii flies with us. Also, Hawaii Tourism Authority, big mahalo to HTA. Again, wouldn't be able to be putting this together without the support of the Hawaii Tourism Authority.
canoe has really grounded me to my culture and to Hawaii. My passion and my love is really about voyaging and wayfinding and teaching. And knowing that there was a time where none of this was in Hawaii. It's now my responsibility, my generation, our kuleana, to make sure that it never happens again.
At Hawaiian Telcom, we're here for you, helping dreams become reality.
Yes, enjoy. Have a good day.
With friendly and reliable service that extends to each and every one of us, putting Hawaii at the forefront to be the first fully fiber-enabled state in the country, providing internet access for all. A brighter world is possible.
At Watanabe Floral, we believe that every arrangement speaks to the heart. With over 77 years of experience, we understand the importance of expressing a personal touch for the special ones in our lives. Our flowers and lei are carefully sourced from local and environmentally conscious suppliers from around the world and handcrafted into arrangements that convey your unique voice. From simple gestures to special moments, trust us to make your day unforgettable. Watanabe Floral, bringing happiness to you.
Aloha and welcome back to the 77th Annual Aloha Festival's Floral Parade. And in alignment with our theme, we're going to kick it off with Honolulu Cookie Company. Kamaka here. Taste our chocolate dip flavors and pick your favorite. And Kamaka picked the chocolate.
I'll talk to you in a little bit.
Yeah. I think I'm just going to speak about it real quick. It's a family-owned and operated business, as many of you know, famous for their pineapple-shaped cookies. And this is one of their most popular flavors.
It makes a great breakfast. That with your cup of coffee.
He's basically been eating that all morning, and we wanted to give another huge mahalo to Honolulu Cookie Company for their support.
Mahalo to them, and we also want to give a big mahalo to our hula dancers, so let's bring them back on. I want to introduce the cast of Nalei Aloha by Kilohana, which is by Hawaiian Council.
The best way to see each island is by car. Pick up your friends, grab some poke and poi, and holo holo!
Sweet lei hua, sweet lei hua. Eanala shula eanala, aloha ole o ia u. Ka'atmo bil shukulak shukumai, ka'abais
Girlfriend, come back.
and the streetcars,
Dang, dang, dang.
and the little jeep,
Beep, beep, beep. Wanna come, Connie, yeah.
Roselani.
Sweet lady was Helani, sweet lady was Helani. Ahendala, shula eanala, aloha ole o ia u.
Shukulak, shukumai. Girlfriend, come back.
And she comes,
Dang, dang, dang.
and the little GB
Beep, beep, beep. Wanna come, Connie, yeah.
Ilima.
Sweet lady ma, sweet lady ma. Ahendala, shula, ahendala, oh, got the mobile, shukulak, shukumai. Got a bicycle, girlfriend, come back. And streetcar, dang, dang, dang. And the little jeep, beep, beep, beep. Wanna come, Connie, yeah.
Mokihana.
Sweet lady Mokihana, sweet lady Mokihana. Ahendala, shula eanala, aloha ole o ia u.
Shukulak, shukumai. Girlfriend, come back.
And the streetcar,
Dang, dang, dang.
and the little GB
Beep, beep, beep. Wanna come, Connie, yeah.
Haina ia mai, anakapuana. Ahenala shula henala, aloha o ia u. Ka'atmo bil
Shukulak, shukumai.
ka'abais
Girlfriend, come back.
and the streetcars,
Dang, dang, dang.
and the little jeep.
Beep, beep, beep. Wanna come, Connie, yeah.
Weehaw! Weehaw!
Love that.
Love one of our favorite songs. We are jamming
Yeah,
so
I'm
hard.
glad that they didn't bring the camera to us because we don't look like foolish.
Love it. Mahalo to Kilohana.
Let's get back to our parade as we have so many to go. This time, the Indonesian community in Hawaii. From the vibrant traditions of Indonesia, the world's largest archipelago, to the shores of Hawaii. Please welcome Ikatan Warga Indonesia in Hawaii, Indonesian community in Hawaii, which means today they showcase the richness of Indonesian dance the towering Ondel Ondel of Batui, Jakarta as welcome dance, then Good Spirit following the marcher with lively modern Indonesian line dance, and close with the gracefully and beautiful Panji Semarang dance of Bali Island. I apologize because I'm sure I mispronounced many of those. Each performance celebrates community and togetherness, reflecting this year's Aloha Festival's theme, Ko Kulauka Ko Kulakai, Mauka to Makai. By sharing these dances alongside Hawaii's tradition, they honor the land, the sea, and one another, working together in harmony with nature.
For 250 years, Marines have served honorably in every climate and place. Marines have always been the most ready when the nation was least ready. Founded on November 10, 1775, the United States Marines have prided themselves on their living motto, Sempre Fideles, or always faithful. That's also the same saying for marriage. Please join me in celebrating 250 years of the Marine Corps faithful service to our nation, welcoming your U.S. Marine Corps Forces Pacific Band. Let's listen. Is the Intertribal Native American Drum Group of singers from across Turtle Island, North America. Tradition of drumming and singing goes far back in antiquity, intertwined in the fabric of the land, expressed through songs and dances. The drum is the heartbeat of Mother Earth, taking center stage in our gatherings. Sharing the drum and dances, it is an honor to share their aloha with all of you.
I love the regalia. Anything to do with Native American culture. There was one time I went to Tulalip, where the Hawaiian Convention will be hosted this year, and to hear some of their stories and how relatable Indigenous people's stories could be, you learn so much from one another. So every time I see them in the regalia, it just gives me chicken skin. Like, God, it's so cool to see you practicing your culture. Aloha!
We are so blessed that they're here with us today, and you folks can
and
see
you can
that.
Hear.
Yep, in full regalia too. Kamaka and I are just giving it a listen and paying our respects by
listening to their dance. Next, behind them, as you can see, getting ready for our next unit, we have Farrington High School. The Governor's Guard Army JROTC Battalion at Wallace Ryder Farrington High School was founded in September of 1946, shortly after the school's inception. In the 50s and 60s, it earned the nickname the Longest Brown Line, being the largest junior ROTC program in the country. Later, it became known as the Silver Sabres for its distinguished Sabre Honor Guard. Today, Farrington's Army JROTC is among the most active in Hawaii, recognized as the best marching JROTC unit at the Wahiawa Veterans Day Parade, and celebrated as the National Dual Armed Exhibition Champion in Daytona, Florida. The program currently has 176 members under the leadership of Colonel Ranel Manaus. Apologize for mispronouncing that. SGM Luke Granadosin and instructor First Sergeant Efren Aguilar.
Farrington JROTC has been a part of this parade every year. Normally you would see them with the Great Aloha Run, which ended its nonprofit organization, unfortunately, but they wanted to continue with the tradition of the Aloha Festival's Floral Parade by continuing to participate. And as you can tell, I mean, this is a really large group, and so it takes a significant amount of time, effort, and energy to come back every year, and we're so grateful that they did.
We have our buddies and her friends, Kelly and Mikey, somewhere on the road. So let's find out what's going on with them. What's up, guys?
We're not too far behind you guys. We actually just had the JROTC go by. It is so much fun out here, though. The parade, the floats that we've seen, the bands, it's been really electric.
The energy is so fun. We got to talk with some of the parade viewers. Everybody's just having a good time. The Aloha spirit is definitely present today.
Definitely, and I think it helped that we were also giving people so many cookies.
We
Again,
gave them a
shout
lot of
out to the
cookies.
Honolulu Cookie
That's
Company. Not only did we give a lot, but we also ate a lot.
That's right. Okay, speaking of a lot, there's a lot of aloha that I got to see at the Staten Island, at Magic Island. So we're gonna toss it over to my interview with Lieutenant Governor of Hawaii, Sylvia Luke, to hear a little bit about her thoughts. All right, thank you guys so much. I'm here with Sylvia Luke, the Lieutenant Governor of Hawaii. Good to see you.
Yeah, good to see you.
Okay, so let's talk about the energy here. For me, I'm seeing a lot of people excited. There's a bunch of kids who's screaming and they're ready to begin the parade. What is the energy like for you today?
This is incredible. You see a lot of ohana, you see a lot of celebration of heritage and culture, and this is what Hawaii is all about.
Yeah, I think if I had to describe the Aloha Festival's Day Parade in one word, it would be gathering. It would be, everybody coming together. What would that word be for you?
Oh, absolutely. It's about ohana. You know, even the Pahu Riders, the Hawaii Island is one ohana coming together, and that is just incredible.
I think it's also incredible to see, not just all of Oahu coming together, but all of the state coming together. What does that mean to you that we're part of this state? We're part of a culture where, being a part of one is a thing.
It is really about celebration of each other, and it is about the entire state coming together and celebrating our heritage and culture. It is just fabulous.
It is super fabulous. And if you guys want to continue the fabulousness, make sure you guys log on to KHON2.com. We're going to have more information over there. Tune into our newscast tonight on KHON, and make sure you guys tune into us at KHI as well as Instagram at KHON News. Sylvia Luke, good to see you. Thank you so much for your time. I appreciate it.
Yeah.
All right, back to you.
Mahalo, Mikey, and mahalo, Lieutenant Governor. Bringing it back to our route where we see many, many coming down. The next we have Emily Smith, who is representing Virgilia Productions as Miss Asia USA America 2025. The Miss Asia USA pageant is a cultural competition where Emily represented Japan. She is the first person from Hawaii to have captured this title in the 36-year history and has been using the crown to uplift other women through her pageant coaching business, Elevated Pageant Coaching. Through her coaching business, she teaches women essential skills such as how to interview, resume building techniques, and walking and posing. She hopes to continue to make an impact on women's lives through pageantry and beyond. And it's those simple skills that you don't really realize how important it actually is when you put it into play every single day.
Caring for one another. Please welcome Miss Hawaii Volunteer 2025, Adriana Zaragoza Torres, and Miss Hawaii Teen Volunteer 2025, Telia Hall. Adriana is a 24-year-old graduate of Chaminade University and seeks to end the silence around mental health. Talia is an 18-year-old senior at Island Pacific Academy. She hopes to attend college on a volleyball scholarship, go you, and obtain a career in pediatric medicine.
Oh, interesting. Next in our trolley that is adorned with gorgeous music we hear coming down Kalakaua Avenue. Next unit is Hui Park Hula Studio in Hawaii and Japan. In 2019, Hui Park Hula Studio in Pauoa, Hawaii, and Halau Hula Omehana from Osaka, Japan, shares their Aloha Week Hula on a float with a theme combining 45 years of hula. This year, Hui Park Hula Studio comes together for a trolley ride with their Japan Hula sisters while sharing the awesome vocal stylings of Na Hoku Award winner Hoku Zudameister and friends. That's why that voice sounded familiar. I love this because we also get to see a lot of people and hear them apparently that we don't necessarily hear or see very often, and this is one of the times where we really get to cross paths, not necessarily spend time talking with each other, but good to see you. Okay, goodbye. Enjoy the music while we have it because it's about to fade for a bit.
Aloha, happy Aloha Week, everyone!
I'm enjoying this.
The energy here is palpable. Of course, we love that you're tuning in if you're tuning in virtually, but nothing it's not the
you
same
won't get
thing.
the same energy.
It's really, as the units go by, you get the sense of pride and energy in the community here gathered today and within the units. And that joy and energy is so palpable.
It really is, and I think this is one of those times throughout the entire year where a community comes and enjoys Waikiki. I'm not going to lie, it's kind of a hard thing to come into Waikiki on a daily basis for local people with just the hustle and bustle of tourism. But when we can put all of that aside to enjoy the space and celebrate and fellowship with one another and bring back the stories. I mean, Brad was talking about Queen Liliuokalani's Kealohilani Resort being right here. Her cottage used to be going out into the water somewhere over here. All of those stories is what this is all about.
And Princess Pauahi penning her will at
Yes.
Helumoa, Royal Hawaiian Center, just yonder. Talk to me about some of your thoughts, feelings for today. What stood out
Tell me your
for
bank account number, your credit card information. I'm just kidding. There's so much to say, but once you get me into a rabbit hole, we ain't going to
Very
stop.
true,
So
very
let's
enough.
just go straight back to our route and what we have next, which is the U.S. Pacific Fleet Band. Ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of Commander U.S. Pacific Fleet Admiral Stephen Kaler, please welcome the U.S. Pacific Fleet Band. For 250 years, America's war-fighting Navy has sailed the globe in defense of freedom. The U.S. Navy continually works to build partnerships, strengthen alliances, and deter adversaries. Established in 1943, the U.S. Pacific Fleet Band operates from Joint Base Pearl Harbor Hickam in Honolulu, Hawaii. The band is under the direction of Fleet Bandmaster Lieutenant Joel Thiesfeld. And leading the band today is drum major, musician, first class Arthur Robinson. Let's take a listen. I love bands. It's so much fun when they pass by.
I couldn't agree more. And we've had more bands than ever before this year. Yep, plus that international band that you saw. We're pretty excited. Yeah. Next, we have V2K Productions, which was established in 1994 with a mission to empower girls and women from all walks of life. For over 31 years, its visionary founder, Vilma Tukey, has dedicated herself to helping individuals build their confidence and strengthen self-esteem. Through her leadership, Vilma has become a platform for cultivating strong public speakers. I'm going to interrupt the script by acknowledging Monica Feloga Ranga, Little Miss Philippines Hawaii. Also Amber Alley, Junior Miss Philippines Hawaii. Girly Mabry, Mrs. Philippines Hawaii. Sasha Fedorov, Miss Preteen Asia Hawaii. Abigail Giselle Kamat, Miss Teen Asia Hawaii. Jenny Lai, Miss Hawaii Asian America. McKenna Calhoun, Miss Little Aloha Islands. Zayana Somera, Miss Teen Aloha Islands. And Lesoho Utina Daro, Miss Aloha Islands.
They're so cute. The first one you could barely see her. She was so small.
I know. We've seen a repetition of the little itty bitties just above the height of the car door or the horse and buggy door. And, we wanted to also acknowledge Vilma in her work as former Miss Asia Petite USA and Miss International Hawaii. And mahalo to her work for using all of her skills and talents to help motivate the next generation of girls and women.
You're the parade chair.
Yeah.
When do you start planning for all of this?
I
mean,
give
this seems to be a
myself,
lot.
it is. I give myself a break today and tomorrow maybe, and it's a Monday problem. But, I will say this, parade chair is nothing but a title. It truly is a kako thing, as Haima always says. It takes so many hands to include the station, to include you, to include the board of directors, to include the thousands of volunteers that pour all of their energy into making this parade so, and it's all predominantly done on volunteer work.
And think that only proves the passion and
Very
the
much.
love that we all have for events such as this. Going back for how many decades already? 77 for this floral parade. You know, there's just so much, and we keep going back to how palpable the energy is here. Watching it on this broadcast is a great alternative, but if you ever have the chance to come down here in person, that is the best choice possible.
It is, and to what you said earlier, it gives locals, Kama'aina, and Native Hawaiians, Kanaka Maoli, a chance to reconnect with Waikiki. Though we don't do that on a daily basis, it really is an epicenter for a lot of our history and our culture.
Yes, and you know, there's different things down Kalakaua Avenue, for example, all these banyan trees. The banyan trees are very significant. They've been planted by significant people, and it really only emphasizes the name Waikiki, the amount of freshwater springs that these banyan trees are planted over. One of those banyan trees, we have our cast from Nalei Aloha. You like how I did that segue? Let me present the cast of Nalei Aloha, presented by Kilohana by Hawaiian Council.
Under the sunshine of beautiful Waikiki, young love begins to blossom.
My sweet gardenia lay, you gave to me upon a moonlit night at Waikiki. A lover's melody just meant for two. Scented night when I met you. Fondest memories of you are here haunting me now. Your faint perfume I cannot forget till you return to me again someday. Bringing me a song and my sweet gardenia.
Sweet and sweet and lovely, ke ono no o ka maile. O po ipo ke ala ho and chua I ka pili. Lea eva lea, el wana kailua I laila. Miki o ke kina he ukai ka polili. Nani ua ko ka I, hapi o mini maoli. Ulu ke aloha e na bera e ne bai olu a loko he he. Hai na ka puana, ke ola ona o ka maile. Ando ai ka pilina e lea e a me kulei. Ando ai kapelina elea e a me kulei.
Hey!
Wow.
I love that. Can we just replay that once more?
I know. I mean, if dancing could be ono, that was certainly ono.
That was the fish and poi, and we're all a big boy. Yeah. We do want to give a big mahalo to Aloha Festivals, because Aloha Festivals, as Makana was mentioning, all the different hands from the festival itself, but so many people in our community. Big mahalo for helping to bring together a successful 77th annual Aloha Festivals Floral Parade.
And on that note, Aloha Mortuary is a local, Native Hawaiian-owned mortuary rooted in compassion and cultural care. Aloha Mortuary uplifts Ohana through eco-conscious services, like biodegradable caskets and locally made urns, honoring life with dignity and sustainability. They're proud to join this year's parade, sharing their warmth and aloha and celebrating traditions that carry us forward.
Awesome. I love how we have many, many different facets of our community coming together. The next we have V-Dub Club of Hawaii. This is one that we wait for every single year. Volkswagen is often referred to as the people's car worldwide. The beautiful, colorful, and shiny V-Dubs rolling through this year's parade consists of members of various V-Dub clubs of Hawaii. The local V-Dub culture has been a family affair since the 1970s. This hui, or this group, preserves, restores, and cruises the streets of Hawaii while raising resources for organizations serving those most in need. like the Hawaii Food Bank and the Institute for Human Services for Women and Children. This past Labor Day, the VW Club of Hawaii celebrated its 23rd annual Shaka Weekend. Shaka from the VW Clubs of Hawaii.
And again, as Kamaka shared, we do look forward to these classic cards. One of the most special things about Aloha Festival's Floral Parade is the vast amounts, the different sort of units that we have every year, from pa'u to band to classic cars. You do have something for every palette. I'm trying to stay in theme here.
Yeah, even mortuaries. I mean, that's every facet,
We
which
really
is
do.
we don't think about, but it's great that we include all of those different things. And again, here in Waikiki, there's not very many of these events that bring such a community together, other than aside from Aloha Festivals, which I think just tops the chart. But every single year, being able to see things like this, VW has always been something I just always wanted to have.
Yep.
But then I also was told, don't ever get one if you don't know how to fix it yourself.
That's
or
true.
that, or have a lot of money to pay somebody else.
That's true.
to
The
fix
one
it.
that you see on the screen used to take me to school via carpool, the
Really?
Pizza Bus. Yes, yeah. We wanted to do a little quick mahalo to just some of our top sponsors. As you folks have heard, Hawaii Tourism Authority as the title sponsor, Hilton Hawaiian Village Waikiki Beach as our presenting sponsor, Waimea Valley Hi'ipaka as the Royal Court sponsor, Lotte Championship as our Ho'olaule'a sponsor, and Alohilani Resort Waikiki Beach as our parade sponsor.
Yes. We have so many people to thank. The list is endless, so if we miss anybody, we apologize. And again, if we mispronounce your name, we also apologize.
It's with great aloha.
Sometimes we get our names mixed up. Hey, what's up,
Always.
Kamaka? I mean, Makana.
It's basically the same letters twisted.
But people to mention, Royal Hawaiian Center, Hawaiian Airlines, Alohilani Resort, of course, being able to be a presenting sponsor every single year so far, and us being the backdrop to our set every single year as well.
Yep. And I think about this time, we're going to throw it back to...
Oh, yes. We have one more? All right, get ready. We have one more. I'm so stoked. Let me present to you for our last time the cast of Nalei Aloha, presented by Kilohana by Hawaiian Council.
Enjoy.
Ko kula uka, ko kula kai. From the mountains to the sea, on behalf of Kilohana and the Hawaiian Council, Na'ale Aloha is going to present to you an original mele just for the 77th Annual Florals Festivals Day Parade.
Ko kula uka, ko kula uka, ko kula kai. Na kau kau ono Hawaii nei. E holo le apu kako me ka ohana e. Hawaiian Council at Aloha Week Parade. E hele mai e kako. Let's start it with some rice. What you get in your cocoa tin?
And about the kaimao stew. Hey, we get dry the kui manapua kimchi too. Hui kanaka hajalu al stew.
Hey, sharing cultures through our food. Kokula, kokula uka, kokula kai. Na kau kau ono Hawaii nei. E ho'olole apu kako me ka ohana e.
Hawaiian Council at Aloha Week Parade.
Hawaiian Council at Aloha Week Parade.
Hawaiian Council at Aloha Week Parade.
Like professionals.
Weehaw!
So, Makana, how did you think the 77th Annual Parade went?
Very interesting way to pivot, because I asked you first if you remember and you pivoted off of that. But since we're
I forget
here,
already that you asked whatever you
right?
asked.
Convenient. I will just say, my favorite. You can't pick a favorite. It's like picking a favorite child. But I really did want to, I'm filled with gratitude, so I really did want to thank all of the Kokua crew behind the scenes who often don't get recognized, and I know Kamaka joins me in this. Many people with this actual production and broadcast have been here since 4 a.m. Setting up for our success, and you only see us, but there are really many hands that came well before us to Waikiki Beach here. And I also wanted to thank the parade coordination crew, Dre Kalili, Kainoa Kaumehiva Rego, and Kamuela Kepo'o. Those three individuals behind the scenes have been absolutely instrumental in putting together this year's floral parade.
I think that's a great point, though. There's so many different hands between the camera guys behind here and everybody giving us everything, that we're the beautiful faces that you get to see. Sorry about
Small
it.
kind, small kind.
But we're very fortunate because we would only be able to be here because of everybody else.
100%.
But I just want to close all of this off with bringing into our minds the Ahupua'a, because that's the whole theme of this. And for those who may not know, when we speak of the Ahupua'a, or by the sea in the same boundary, in the same section of land, but they live off of each other, you know, sharing the mountain resources in exchange for ocean resources. And that's the way that our ancient families were able to be so sustainable and successful in living, is because of their relationship as a community. So things like this and events to be able to highlight such a thing, thank you very much, because that was awesome.
Thank you, really. And I think that is that's a lesson for the world in and of itself. The extremes of Mauka to Makai and how living together in synergy really is the way forward.
Yes, so thank you very much, and thank you again for being here.
Thank you. It's always a pleasure.
It is always a pleasure. So until the 78th annual Aloha Festivals Floral Parade, we will see you. Aloha, ahui ho, and have a blessed day.
E malama. Aloha.
Aloha.